Hello again, I'm Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another unboxing video. Today I'm looking at the NZXT Lexa S and the Tempest Evo cases. As you can see, this is yet another box that has been damaged by couriers. I don't know what they're doing to boxes, but they must be on a mission to just beat the heck out of them all. Big, huge down the side, some more snacks here. The rest of the box is not too bad, but again, you have a box that's fairly beat up. The box itself has lots of information on it, ready for battle. 4 included fans, wire management, black interior, dual fan control, shows a picture of the case and all the features and specifications. Even an inside shot, which is nice. Remember when opening a product not to cut too deep because you could damage the product inside of the box. Now sometimes I open these boxes from the bottom if they're very large. This one's not too bad, so I'm going to open it from the top and then just tip the box upside down. And pull the case box off. This product has your typical case packaging material, styrofoam on either end, and the case itself comes in a plastic bag. It has this plastic protective coating on the front as well as on the window. Now let me have a really quick peek at this case. At the front there's a door which opens to reveal 4 5¼ inch drive bays, a 3½ inch drive bay, a power button, reset button, a couple of fan control knobs. At the bottom, lots of ventilation. At the front left, there's a couple of USB ports, a microphone and headphone jack, as well as an external serial ATA port. The left side panel has a nice large window, as well as an intake fan. They include another fan at the top, but an optional one can be installed here as well. At the back, a couple of holes for the water cooling system's tubes to pass through, another fan. Here's where the motherboard's I/O shield plate gets installed, ventilated expansion slots, extra ventilation, and at the bottom is where a standard ATX power supply gets installed, and they include 4 thumb screws, 2 on each side panel. There's an accessory box in the 3½ inch drive bay cage. Just remove this and get this box out and see what's inside. A user's manual, some drive rails, motherboard standoffs, screws, and extra thumb screws. This is a mid-sized tower case. It has cable management holes, a hole on the motherboard tray for the cooler's retention plate, and much more. I'll have a lot more on this product in an upcoming video review. This case box isn't damaged too badly. There's a few scuffs on the top, a dent right here, and a couple more on the bottom. And by the way, this is really no reflection on the company sending out the product, although they could double box the product. But in most cases, even when these boxes are damaged, the product inside is fine. This is a really cool looking box, some fine artwork. You got a picture of the case, all kinds of features and specifications about the product, even a picture of the inside of the case. There's a handle on the top of the box, which is nice for carrying it. This box isn't taped at the top, nor is there a security seal, so you do not need a knife to open it. Just release this piece of cardboard right here and open the top of the box. To get the case out of the box, I'll just turn the box upside down, lift the box off. Now, this particular case comes with foam on each side of the case, and this is not your typical styrofoam, cheap styrofoam, which can be messy. This is like a more of a foam, plastic foam material, and the case itself comes in a plastic bag. They also include protective plastic on the left side panel window. Now let me cover some of the main features about this case very quickly. You've got a couple of fans at the top, 2 USB ports, microphone jack, headphone jack, external serial ATA port, power button, and reset button. At the front, there are a number of 5 1/4 inch drive bays, a nice large window on the left side panel, as well as an intake fan. There's also a fan at the back of the case. Here's where the motherboard's I/O shield plate gets installed, the expansion slots, 4 grommeted holes for a water cooling system's tubes to pass through, and at the bottom is where a standard ATX power supply gets installed, and they include 4 thumb screws, 2 on each side panel. The accessory box is inside of one of the hard drive cages, and this is great because it won't slip out. They have a couple of drive rails on either side of the box to hold it into place. Let's see what's inside. You've got more drive rails, motherboard standoffs and screws, more drive rails, more screws, a speaker, and a couple of clips here to manage cables, and the user's manual. This case is also black on the inside and black on the outside. There's lots of drive bays, excellent air circulation, cable management holes, a hole on the motherboard tray for the cooler's retention plate. I'll have much more in this product in an upcoming video review.